Hello, everyone. My name's Annabella. This is a home class. Introducing my mom.
Okay. Thanks. All right.
You're welcome.
Clearly that's my child. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about integers today. This is what a lot of y'all struggle with in class. So we're going to do a nice little review on YouTube for you. So hopefully this helps. Parents, hi, I'm Miss Perk. All right, first things first. These three all look similar because they have a small number subtracting a large. Here we have a number subtracting a negative symbol, and here we have a negative subtracting a negative. Even though they're the same numbers all three times, you're going to get very different answers. So let's do them together. Here we have a small number subtracting a large. So anytime a small number is subtracting a large, my answer is automatically going to be a negative. Okay? So now we're going to use our head and we're just going to go backwards. So 3 minus 4. Well, we already found out that it's going to be a negative, so we can kind of go off to the side and we can say 4 minus 3 is a 1. Therefore, 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Think about it like football yards. You have a gain of 3, but then a loss of 4. Therefore, you have a loss of negative 1 yards. Okay, so let's do the next one. Same thing. We have a little number subtracting a big. So, therefore, the bigger number is a negative. The smaller number is a positive, making my answer a negative. And then we just go backwards. 15 minus 5 is 10. Okay? Here we go. Again, I have 20 minus 22.5. I have a little number subtracting a big, therefore my answer is going to be a negative. Now we need to subtract 22.5 minus 20. Now if you notice, 20 does not go underneath the 5. We put a decimal and we put a 0. Because you don't line up the numbers, you line up the decimals. And 20 by itself is a whole number. So I'm going to subtract straight down. 5 minus 0 is 5. Decimal comes straight down. 2 minus 0 is 2. So I don't have to worry about the symbol because I already found out that the symbol was a negative. So now I take our 2.5 and I put it right there, and that's our answer. Okay? Clearly I don't have the best handwriting. So now let's look at these. Now, I don't know how you were taught at middle school. I don't care what method you use as long as you understand that when you have two negatives next to each other like this, you skip the first number, you change the subtraction to addition, and you change this negative into a positive. Because you have two negatives next to each other, they become a positive. Some of your teachers might have said skip, change, change. Some of them might have said skip, change, flip. Skip, change, flip. Truthfully, I don't care what you do. As long as you get it right, I don't care your method. So now I just have a 3 plus a 4, and that gives me a 7. Now if I look over here, my answer was a negative 1. If I look right here, it's a positive 7. So you got to pay attention. The symbols really do matter. So we're going to look right here. I have 5 minus a negative 15. Well, again, I have two negatives next to each other, so they can become a positive, and I just have 5 plus 15, which is 20. All right, let's do the last one. Same thing. I have 20 minus a negative 22.5, but again, I have two negatives next to each other, so they're going to become a positive, and I'm going to line them up. But again, I'm going to put the bigger number on the top. I'm going to put the smaller number on the bottom, and I'm going to add that decimal and a 0. If you put 20 here, it's going to be completely wrong. So we're going to put it here and move our decimal. Then we're just going to add straight down. 5, 2 plus 0 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. So over here, our answer was a positive 2.5. I'm sorry, a negative 2.5. That's my bad. And here, my answer is a 42.5. Notice, same numbers, but when the symbols are in a different spot, we get a very different answer. Now we're going to look at this third row. And again, same numbers, but this time I have negatives subtracting another number. So again, if your teacher taught you skip, change, change, that is perfectly fine. So if you want to say skip, change, change, this negative becomes a positive, and the positive 4 becomes a negative. That is 100% fine. This and this are exactly the same problem. I don't care which way you do it as long as you get it right. I personally don't do it this way. That's not me. This makes sense to me because this means I'm going down 3 and then I'm going down 4 more. Well, let's talk about weight. We'll talk about losing weight. If I lose 3 pounds and then I lose 4 more pounds, then I've lost a total of 7 pounds. So whether you do it this way or this way, you still get -7. Don't care which way you do it. So we're going to do the same thing here. Now for us visual learners, and we understand that negative means to go down on a number line, or even steps, you're going down 5 steps and then down 15. I'm going to go ahead and draw little arrows to help me understand that I'm going down. So if I go down 5 and then I go down 15 more, that means I went a totally down 20 steps. So I get a -20. Now here we got a +20. So you got to pay attention. Remember, this original problem was 5 minus a -15, and we ended up with a +20. Here I have a -5 minus 15, and I get a -20. So where the symbols are do matter. All right, last one. If I look, I have a negative subtracting another negative. So this one's going to combine this and this. So here we're going to look. We have 2 negatives together. So therefore they are both going to become a positive. So you can rewrite your problem. You have a -20 plus a 22.5. So I have, this one is 20 negative. This is 22.5. This is the bigger number. So I'll automatically know that my answer will be a positive. So I know it'll be a positive, okay? Because 22.5 is a bigger number than 20. Therefore, this positive would be bigger than the negative. So now I'm, again, going to go backwards. 22.5 minus 20, remembering to line up those decimals, and I get a 2.5. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write a 2.5. Now if I pay attention, this was a -2.5. This is a +2.5. If you notice, the symbols are different, therefore I got different answers. Okay, I hope this helps for subtracting with integers. Let me know if you need anything else. Bye guys. Bella, say bye.
Bye.